Good morning to everyone. My name is Rajanikumari. I am lecturer in Commerce Department in K.B.N College. Today I am discussing about economies of transport. I will already discussing about two units. First unit transportation, second unit road transport. Today I am discussing third unit rail transport. What is rail transport? Then rail transport, before transport is carrying of goods as well as people from one place to another place, that is called transport. Rail transport means carrying of goods as well as people from one place to another place by railways is called rail transportation. So rail transport topics is meaning of rail transport and economies of rail transportation and importance of rail transport and price fixation of rail transportation and advantages of rail transport, disadvantages of rail transport and insurance of rail transportation. These topics of third unit in the rail transportation. Rail transport is also called train transport. So transport, before olden days, transport is a fancy, not only fancy transport. People travel in the fancy type of transportation. In present days, in a travel to one place to another place on different types of travel in the peoples. So four different types of traveling people in one place to another place. For that, first one is rail transport, second one is road transport, third one is water transport, fourth one air transport. These four transportation available in the society. So today I am discussing in only rail transport. Rail transport is also known as train transport, which means carrying of goods as well as people from one place to another place by railways is called rail transportation or train transportation. Rail transport is one of the backbone of Indian economy system. So Indian rail are to play of important role in the carrying of goods, people from one place to another place, services to the country. So these are rail transport in the society. Rail transport system in a where vehicles run a prepared flat surface. Rail vehicles are directionally guided by the tracks on which they are run. So, which are incorporated links and tracks and contracts to the road transport. So, that is called rail transport. Types of rail transport. So, different types of rail transport availability in the society. So travel to people from one place to another place as well as goods from one place to another place. The useful to transport in a rail transport. Thus, for example, and types in a rail transport: metro rail and passenger train, aerostar and boat train and people mover. Next, commuter rail and intercity rail, high speed rail and regional rail. These are types in a trains in the transport of goods as well as people from one place to another place. Next one, what is economies of rail transportation and train transportation? Then economies and growth and development of rail transportation in the society in present days. So rail transport is one of the most important transport and modes of communicating goods, people from one place to another place. Rail transport has generating Indian economy system So what is Indian economy system in develop of only rail transport? Then people travel to one place to another place by choosing rail transportation. Then choose of rail transport in a cheap cost in the transportation system. So then Indian economy system in it generating to the only rail transportation. And rail transportation is a central government in connected with the rules and regulations and generating of other facilities of the transportation in a rail transportation. So then economies of rail transportation present days then has a generating Indian economy system. Next one, rail transport has generating employment opportunities also provide in the many job opportunities in the rail transportation. Then many jobs and employment opportunities, number of persons introduced and in recruitment of different types of rail transportation. Next one, rail transport is increasing economic progress operating goods and people. Economic progress means that people to carrying in goods, bulk goods, heavy goods and most of the import and export goods also then transportation available in the rail transport. So the progressing operating goods for people increasing of economies in rail transport. Next one, rail transport is most dependable mode of transport, safety and security. Comparison of road transportation. Then road transportation travel to people from one place to another place. Some issues and some accidents, breakdowns, pollution issues. So many problems faces to the road transportation. So the rail transport is a dependable of safety and security and flexibility and compatible to the rail transportation. Other comparison to the other transportations. Next one, rail transport provides better services to compare to other transport. Better services means sometimes bulk goods and heavy goods to travel to only rail transport, that not only road transport. Otherwise then transport is a rail transport is a better services to the people and other industries and companies and agriculture sectors is also provide to the many useful to rail transportation. Next one, rail transport is more effective and better organized system in compared to other mode of transport. Effective and better organized system means the railway system IRTC is a central government system is a coverage to the all peoples and travel to the one place to another place is a comfortable and effectiveness of better reasons and better services and many chosen of developing of society in the rail transportation. So economies and importance of a rail transport is a very important in the Indian economy system. So that is called economies of rail transportation or train transportation. Next one, importance of rail transport. What is importance of rail transport? Indian railways are coverage of 29 states of India. So 29 states of India that travel to people from one place to another place and goods also travel to the one place to another place. So that is called rail transport. So in India, first railways introduced in Mumbai to Thane on 16th April 1853. First introduced in a train to travel to the Mumbai to Thane. Then 1853, 16th April. So introduced in the rail transport, then travel to the people from goods as well as from one place to another place. Indian Railways provides the most important mode of public transport. Then peoples are so many different types of peoples in the society. So whatever our financial problems and whatever our money in the economy system, so public transport in a many important thing in a rail transport. Every person travel to the only train transportation. So rail transport is most commonly used and cost effective long distance transport of a Indian system, rail system in India. So Indian Railways is operating by Ministry of Indian Railways. Whatever operating by the Ministry of Indian Railways, Indian railway system in a importance of rail transport in the train transport is also provided in the so many people uses of the rail transportation. Next one, Indian railways are fourth largest railways in the world, which is transporting 765 million passengers travel to the rail transportation, and as well as goods people from one place to another place is providing to the only rail transportation system. So Indian Railways is generating more profits than Indian economy system. What is Indian economy system in growth and development to the only rail transportation system. Next one, Indian Railways is also transporting various products like petrol, diesels, cooking gas, natural gas, kerosene, and these are traveling to the transporting to the only rail train transportation. So Indian Railways also transporting various products like petrol, diesel, cooking gas, natural gas, and kerosene. So these important thing, the economy and development of the Indian economy system of only rail transportation. So people before days legs and walked by the transport system. Present days in a different fancy transport travel to the one place to another place. Different types of transportation system in India. Whatever first transport in the system Indian economy, only rail transport system is a public transport system. The road transport is also public transport compared to the rail transportation system. So importance of rail transport is a very economies of developing of growth in the system of rail transport. Next one, advantages of rail transport. So many advantages of rail transportation system than compared to other types of transportation systems. Carrying of goods as well as people from one place to another place by railways is called rail transportation. Then railways are carrying bulk and heavy goods over long distance in the transport, only rail transport. For example, heavy bulk goods and heavy goods is roadways is a carrying people from one place to another place is not suitable for the roadways. Only transportation system in a rail transport is suitable for long distance to travel to the people from one place to another place. Goods also travel to this type of transportation system. Next one, advantage of rail transport is a cheaper price for carrying goods from one place to another place as well as long distance. Cheapest cost and less cost, more comfortable and flexible transport is a rail transport. Long distance is also travel to the rail transport is a compared to other transports. Next one, railways provides seasonal protection to products moving on one place to another place. Seasonal provides protection means, for example, roadways is people travel to the winters is not the long distance is a chosen from winter season, but rail transport every season provide to the protection and products to moving on from one place to another place by the railways. Next one, generating Indian economy. Then generating Indian economy means the transport is a long distance is also provided in the rail transportation. Then most of the economy of rail transportation system in the developed of country. This system in the generating in Indian economy. Next one, high speed over long distance. Next, other comparison of modes of different transportation system. Only rail transport system in a high speed over long distance that chosen and cheapest cost to the rail transportation. Next one, safety and protection. Comparison of road transport. Road transport many accidents and pollutions and breakdown. So, rail transport is a choose in the safety and protection. Every person travel to the long distance. For example, Vijayawada to Bangalore, Bangalore to Vizag, to travel to the people to safety and protection. Every moment of the every second, every person is a safety and protection. Next one, creating employment opportunities also rail transport. The number of persons, job opportunities and employment opportunities rail transport. This is then this provide to the Indian generating of employment of opportunities in the general of managing of IRTC. Next one, development of agriculture. Then development of agriculture means so many people are agriculture in development olden days compared to present days. Then developing the new technology and new ideas in following of transportation system and agriculture also system. So developing of agriculture, then rail transport is a heavy machines and heavy goods from travel to the one place to another place is rail transport. Next one, growth of markets in India. These also growth of market in India, the number of market adopted in the markets in India wise. So every market to developing of transportation system, one place to another place, travel to the goods and people from one place to another place. That rail transport is a very chosen, very cheapest and comfortable and flexible to the transportation system. Next one, increasing cost of living. Then living of cost of people is also increasing to the rail transport. The cost of living means the generating of Indian economy of transport only rail transport. So the any person only society in the people's to living of cost is increasing in the only rail transport. Next one, providing is of opportunities for students. Providing career opportunities for student means the number of persons in job opportunities and employment opportunities every moment in the people see they very involved in the rail transport. These are advantages of rail transportation. Next one, disadvantages of rail transport. Rail transport in the disadvantages means the cost for short distance because different tariff of rates, very cost of short distance. So comparison of road transport, short distance suitable for travel to the people only road transport, but the rail transport is not suited for short distance because different tariff rates in the travel to the society peoples of rail transportation. Next one, high services and maintenance cost. The services and maintenance cost is very high level in the rail transportation system. So these are disadvantages of rail transport. Next one, technical issues. Sometimes travel to people from one place to another place. For example, Chennai to Vizag to travel to for the number of 1260 to travel to the Vizag to Chennai to the second platform to run away to the people. So sometimes moving of travel to the people in rail transport, some technical issues, the travel in the train, the disadvantages of rail transport. Next, railway accidents. Then railway accidents is also sometimes. So disadvantages of rail transport. Next one, problems of replacement. Replacement means, for example, roadways is travel to one place to another place goods, Vizag to Hyderabad, and then Vijayawada to accident of lorry or tracks, heavy goods. But goods to compare to other transport system in a economy of other transport. So only rail transport, no replacement of rail transport. Next one, breakdown issues. Problems of laying double lines, many of passengers travel without ticket. And then rail transport is a public transport. Then so many people travel in the rail transport. So double lines, many passengers travel off without ticket. So that is disadvantages of rail transport. Next one, very violence and disturbance for the public. So sometimes people living in the violence and disturbance for the public. So these are disadvantages of rail transportation. Next one, price fixation of rail transportation or train transport. Price fixation of train transport. First one, cost incurred in railway network. Second one, cost insured in train operations. Next one, cost insured in cooperative overheads. What is cost insured in railway network? The railway network be the price fixation most effective of railway network infrastructure includes. Infrastructure cost is very high. The cost is insured railway network. Next one, capital and maintenance cost is tracks. Capital and maintenance cost of tracks is very high in the cost insured in a railway network. Next one, emerging works such as bridges, constructions and train engines works. Next, communications system works and power supply. So this type of price fixation is a very in the. Next one, generally railway department for to fix the cost for railway infrastructure for long term and short term. Every time long and short term distance a department to for railway infrastructure cost. These are cost insured in railway network. Next one, cost insured in train operations. Cost insured in the train operations means diesel and fuel cost, electrical energy cost, next leasing cost, next train maintenance cost, some passenger safety cost, next overall operating and some shifting cost and otherwise other cost is included in the cost incurred in train operations. Next one, cost incurred in cooperative overheads. Cost incurred in cooperative overheads means board management and their activities, and next one, financial activities and legal and security activities and HR activities. These activities are only cost incurred in cooperative overheads. Cooperative overheads means then financial activities, HR activities, managing directors activities and legal security activities. These totally cost incurred in the cooperative overheads. These are price fixation of rail transport. Next one, insurance of rail transport. What is insurance of rail transport? Then untoward incidents and accidents. These different types of insurance. Then insurance of rail transport. The rail transport provides coverage of accidental insurance, permanent total disability. Only permanent disability candidates and the coverage of only rail transportation. The damages of any these are accident in the goods in the incident. These are also provided in the insurance. These untoward incidents and accidents means terrorist attack and violent attack and accidental falling of any passenger from train. These are untoward incidents. Next one, accidents, collision of trains and unexpected of trains. These are insurance of rail transport. So rail transport system in a developing of very uses in the transportation system. So rail transport is a people from one place to another place, then carrying of goods from one place to another place by railway is very cheapest and comfortable and flexible to the transportation system. So that is called rail transportation system. First one, meaning and definition of rail transport. Rail transport is also called train transport. Next, economies of rail transportation. Next one, importance of rail transportation. Next one, advantages and disadvantages of rail transportation. Next one, price fixation of rail transportation. Next one, insurance of rail transportation. These are rail transportation in economies of transport in third unit. Thank you.